Hello, and welcome back to PTE Tutorials. For this presentation, we'll be covering paragraphing. Specifically, the technique to write a good paragraph. So, let's get started. The contents for this video and presentation will include talking about different paragraphs, the parts of the paragraph, including the topic sentence, the supporting sentence, and a conclusion. We'll also go over the elements of good paragraphs, including unity, coherence, and elaboration. So what exactly is a paragraph? A paragraph is a group of sentences that tell about a specific subject. Essentially, it has one thought, and those sentences contribute towards that single thought. The parts of a paragraph are generally categorized as such. There's a topic sentence, which introduces the idea that the paragraph is trying to contribute towards. There are supporting details, which go into the main idea of the paragraph, and then the local conclusion, which wraps up this main idea, and then transitions you into your next paragraph. A little bit more on the topic sentence. It states the main idea of the paragraph. It tells the readers what the paragraph will be about. A good topic sentence does two things. It names a subject, and it only contains one idea. If it has more than one idea, split that sentence into three or more, depending on how many ideas. I assumed three, but it could be two. Split that sentence into different sentences and make those different paragraphs. The topic sentence is generally considered to be at the beginning of a paragraph, but it can also be found perhaps one sentence in. Some good topic sentence examples. This would include, when I was 18 years old, I moved to an apartment that had a strange atmosphere. It's descriptive, but moreover, it's grammatically correct. When you have when, there's a comma, and then you explain the rest of your sentence. A bad topic sentence would be, I was 18. I went to an apartment. First off, this is a bad sentence because it's kind of short and it's also kind of staccato. Moreover, if you wanted to stick two sentences together like this, that comma would actually be a semicolon. But you only do that for two sentences that are related. So this doesn't make any sense whatsoever, especially to native speakers. Now, a supporting sentence. What goes into those? They're connected to the main idea of the paragraph. They include information or details that the reader needs in order to be able to understand what the main idea is and for them to learn how you're supporting that main idea. Generally, they're ordered from most important to least important. However, for different styles of writing, there can be different variations. However, the most common one is that the most important is first and the least important is last. You can use real-life examples, you can use experiences or facts in order to support your main idea. The conclusion of your paragraph. It essentially sums up the paragraph's message. It should remind the reader why the paragraph exists and perhaps give you a bit of direction to go after reading the paragraph. Essentially, the easiest way to write an acceptable conclusion is to just reword the introductory sentence. This is the most basic of conclusions, however, it is the most trustworthy and useful in most circumstances. In other words, you should look at your introduction and then say it again using other words. Effectively, though, what's seen in bold here is your conclusion should just tell the reader what he or she has been told and the direction they should go with that. An example of a topic sentence is in red here. Television programs that show violent content are a paramount concern for parents nowadays. This introduces the topic of the paragraph. Next, in black, come the supporting sentences. These support that original idea. So recent studies have shown that children may emulate the acts of violence because they wish to behave the same way as seen on television. This is especially true when violent acts are committed by their favorite characters. In addition, television programs show real crime incidents committing violent acts. Each of these sentences relates back to the topic sentence. None of them strays in topic. None of them talk about anything that's extraneous. They all go to support the topic sentence. The conclusion is in blue. Telecasting real situations to develop violent themes causes further problems in the way in which young people view violence. This is a good conclusion statement because it restates the original topic sentence and then also provides a direction for the next paragraph. Telecasting real situations to depict violent themes causes further problems. This is a restatement of television programs that show violent content are a concern. However, it's a little bit more specific and it gives a different direction. It relates to the parents nowadays in that there are young people. The conclusion statement is completely related to the topic sentence and the other supporting sentences that came before it. Now, elements of a good paragraph. A good paragraph must contain 3 features. It must have unity, it must have coherence, and it must have elaboration. Now let us discuss these a little bit more in depth. What is unity? Well, when a paragraph has unity, all the sentences in that paragraph directly relate to the main idea. Everything must go towards the main idea. There's no extraneous information. If there is information that appears extraneous at first, but is related, you must clearly show the relation between that topic and the main idea. When you have sentences that aren't on topic, it confuses the reader. The reader asks him or herself, why is this here? How does this relate? And they may spend time trying to figure it out and become frustrated, and then stop reading. Last, every sentence should be clear with important details. And those details, once again, must go towards the paragraph unity and relating to the main idea. What is coherence? Ideas that are organized in a clear and logical order are coherent. Essentially, everything is consistent, everything follows a particular order. You don't suddenly switch opinions in your paragraph, nor do you suddenly switch between different ways of organizing. If you organize things in a chronological manner, don't switch to a categorical manner, and then switch back to chronological. That makes it incoherent. In more layman's terms, this is like organizing ideas based on time, event order, or by importance. Stick to one, otherwise you will end up confusing the reader. You may also wish to include transitional words that help the reader understand that you're moving from one topic to the next, or moving from something that states an idea to one that supports an idea. A list of transitional words are provided here. I don't exactly want to go through all of them, because I know that you can read. However, I will go through some of the most important ones. Furthermore, and also, however, besides that, nevertheless, lastly, finally, or therefore. Many of these have slightly different meanings, and you should be able to go through these in your own time to figure them out. Last, elaboration. Elaboration simply means you're providing backing for your statements. Similar ones, things that support your main ideas, include examples, comparisons, statistics, cause and effects, facts, reasons, explanations, and real-life experiences. These all provide backing to your statements. Well, that's all I have for you today in this presentation. Thank you again for watching and listening. I really appreciate it, and here at PTE Tutorials, we also appreciate it. Thank you, and see you in the next video.